Okay, today we are going to start suspension system from the chapter number 4, that is axle, suspension system and steering system. So axle is over now, and today we are going to discuss about the suspension system. All of you can see my screen. Hello.
No, sir.
नहीं सर हજી નથી આવતી
સ્ક્રીન શેર નથી થઈ હજી.
Now,
Yes, sir.
હવે આવી ગઈ
very good. Okay, so today we are going to start suspension system from the chapter number 4. Axle is over now, and you can see the axle, different types of axles, different forces or factors that is on the rear axle, semi floating, full floating, 3/4 floating, different types of rear axles. You can see front axle, tail axle, live axle or line axle, stub axle, and now suspension system. So I hope all of you have some idea regarding the suspension system of the automobile engineering or automobile vehicle. So what is suspension system? First of all, anyone can tell me from your side? No one?
Yes,
Why
sir.
we are using? Yes, tell me.
સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમ નો સર મતલબ ઉપયોગ છે એ શું કહેવાય જે મેઇન એન્જિન છે એને સપોર્ટ આપવા અને બીજું કે જે આપણે જ્યારે ગાડી રન થતી હોય ત્યારે શોક એબ્ઝોર્બ કરવા માટે એનો ઉપયોગ થાય છે આખા મિકેનિઝમનો.
વેરી ગુડ. શોક એબ્ઝોર્બ કરવા માટે થાય છે, ગાડીને રન કરવા માટે થાય છે, પણ એન્જિનને ખાલી સપોર્ટ આપવા માટે ઈ એક ગળે ન હોવું જોઈએ આપણને.
ફ્રન્ટ સસ્પેન્શન ફ્રેમ હોય છે ને
Yes,
એના ઉપર
I
ને
am
બાજુ
asking
એન્જિન
about
રાખેલું હોય છે.
I am asking about suspension system. I am not asking about the front suspension system.
ઓકે સર.
અને ફ્રન્ટ સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમ ની પણ તું જો વાત કરતો હોય તો એ તો કારની વાત કરે છે ને આપણે છે એ ઓટોમોબાઈલ વ્હીકલ ના સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમ ની વાત કરીએ.
ઓકે સર. ઓકે
We
સર.
are discussing about the suspension system. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the principle of the suspension system. So you can see my screen.
યસ સર.
Very good. So you can see the figure of the suspension system. So all the important component of the suspension system you can see in the figure. You can see from the clutch plate, pressure plate to the wheel of the suspension system. Now you can see all the suspension system, wishbone type, McPherson strut type. This is a lower arm bushing. This one is a steering axle. This one is a wheel plate. This one is a shock absorber. This one is a coil spring over here, and all these important parts of the suspension system that you can see in this figure, right? Now you can see the principle of the suspension system. Suspension system have evolved significantly since the earliest adaptation from the horse-drawn buggies to self-powered automobiles. જૂના જમાનામાં જ્યારે ઘોડાગાડીઓ બગી સાથે દોડતી તે દિવસનું આપણે સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમને ઇવોલ્વ કરેલું છે. મીન્સ એમાં પણ બગીની અંદર બેઠા હોય તોય આપણને કાયદેસર રોડ શોક્સ ફીલ થતા. So earliest adaptation from the horse down buggies to the self power automobiles, but the basic requirements remain the same. ત્યારે જે રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ હતી એ જ બેઝિક રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ આજે પણ છે. So, but the basic requirement remains the same, just as in the horse and buggies days, એટલે કે જૂના જમાનામાં ઘોડાગાડીના સમયમાં today's suspension system must provide for safe handling and maximum traction. ત્યારના જમાના કરતા આજનું સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમ it must provide for safe handling and maximum traction while being able to sustain passenger comfort. Anyhow, we are continuously trying to improve the technological advancement with the use of the automobile industries. we are continuously improving the different technological advancement or technical concept to give a comfort to the sustained passenger. That is the principle of the suspension system. Now if we are going to discuss to accomplish these goals, to fulfill these requirements, modern suspension system rely on the various types of springs. So we have developed the various types of spring like a coil spring, leaf spring, air spring, etc. And shock absorbers, control arms, and other components in the suspension system that we have developed with the use of this some technological advancement and research work. As a comparison of the front suspension from a Ford Model T and from the modern vehicle that you can see in this figure. This one is old automobile vehicle, and now I will see the latest suspension system in this next figure. You can see that all of the component of the suspension system must work together to provide the proper ride quality handling characteristics expected by the driver and the passenger. So all the component of the suspension system, they must work together. એક સાથે એવી રીતે કામ કરવા જોઈએ કે જેથી કરીને we can provide the proper ride quality. કે ઊંઘ આવતી હોય તો ઠેકડા મારીને ઉડી ન જવી જોઈએ in short. Proper ride quality and handling characteristic expected કે જે આપણી expectation હોય કોની passenger અને driver needs. Each component is engineered to work as a part of the overall system. Each component is engineered to work as a part of the overall system in suspension system. If one part of the system fail, it can lead to faster wear or damage to other components. We have to check the general suspension at the time of the regular servicing. If there is an error in one component of the suspension system, then definitely it can lead to faster wear or it can damage the other components also. એક કોઈ પાર્ટ સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમનું બગડી ગયું હોય તો આપણે રેગ્યુલરલી ચેકઅપ કરી અને પ્રોપર મેન્ટેનન્સ આપવું જોઈએ, અધરવાઇઝ એ બીજા પાર્ટ્સને પણ નુકસાન કરી શકે. Therefore, a complete understanding of the each component and how it functions as a part of the whole suspension system is very critical, because it is a most important units, we can say unit of the automobile vehicle. It is called suspension system. So this one is a principle of the suspension system. Now we will see the function of the suspension system. If we are discussing about the primary function of the suspension system, then we can say that it is used to isolate the vehicle structure from the shocks or road shocks and other vibration due to the irregulars of the road surfaces. Right? The primary function of the suspension is to isolate the vehicle structure from the road shocks or shocks and other vibration due to the irregularities of the road surface. To maintain the correct vehicle ride height, we are using suspension system. Reduce the effect of the road shocks or shock force, we are using suspension system in the automobile vehicle. To maintain the correct wheel alignment, we are using the suspension system. To give the support to the vehicle or vehicle weight, we are using suspension system. Keep the tires in contact with the roads, we are using suspension system. Control the vehicle direction of the travels when it will be in reverse direction, forward direction, when we are accelerating the vehicle, when we are braking the vehicle, when we are cornering the vehicle. All the vehicle direction of the travels that we can easily control with the use of the suspension system. To maintain the correct vehicle ride height, we are using suspension system. If we are running the car, ત્યારે આપણે બમ્પ આવે છે, જો સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમ ના હોય તો એ ગાડી ઉલળ્યા જ કરે. Reduce the effect of the shocks, એટલે કે સડનલી આપણે 80-100 ની સ્પીડમાં જઈએ છીએ અને બમ્પ આવે છે અથવા તો ખાડો આવે છે, જેને આપણે સાદી ભાષામાં ઉથમો પંપ કહીએ, ત્યારે પણ we can reduce the effect of this shock force. Maintain the correct wheel alignment. તો તમે જ્યારે સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમનો યુઝ કરો છો ત્યારે તમે સ્ટીયરિંગને રાઈટ સાઈડ કોર્નરિંગ કરો છો તો એ રાઈટ સાઈડ જાય છે ને ગાડી તમારી, લેફ્ટ સાઈડ કરો છો તો ગાડી તમારી લેફ્ટ સાઈડ જાય છે. That means we are maintaining the correct wheel alignment with the use of the suspension system. Support the vehicle weight. With the use of this, we can give support to the vehicle weight definitely, and keep the tires in the contact with the road. મેં તમને હમણાં જ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપ્યું કે સ્પીડમાં જતા હોય ને બમ્પ આવે તો સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમ છે એ જ પાછી ટાયરને રોડ સાથે ચોંટાડશે, અધરવાઇઝ તો તમારી ગાડી ઉલળ્યા જ કરશે, right? And final one, that is the control the wheels direction of the travel. Means if we are cornering the vehicle, if we are accelerating the vehicle, if we are braking the vehicle, then suspension system is the most important unit, or we can say most important parts or component that we are using to control the vehicle direction of the travel. So these are the functions of the suspension system, right? Now you can see the types of suspension system. Mainly we can classify the suspension into two different categories. First one is a rigid suspension system, which is also known as a non-independent suspension system. And second one is an independent suspension system, right? Mainly the suspension we can classify into the two different categories mainly. Further we can classify, but mainly we can classify the suspension system into the two different categories. First one is a rigid suspension system, which is known as a non-independent suspension system also. Remember, keep it in your mind. And second one is a independent suspension system. Now you can see the difference between non-independent or a rigid suspension system and independent suspension system. This figure you can use to understand the non-independent suspension system. If we are going at a low speed, then bump with the pattern dead, then Lehman no limb suspension means જ્યારે બમ્પ આવે છે ત્યારે તમે જોઈ શકો છો નોન ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ રિજિડ સસ્પેન્શન has the both right and left wheel attached to the solid axle. When one wheel with hits a bump in the road, then its upwards movement causes a slight tilt of the other wheel. જ્યારે તમે નોર્મલ સ્પીડમાં નોન ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ અથવા તો રિજિડ સસ્પેન્શનનો યુઝ કરી અને જાઓ છો અને ત્યારે પેટન્ટ બમ્પ તમારા રસ્તામાં આવે છે ત્યારે એક વ્હીલમાં બમ્પ આવવાથી તમારા બીજા વ્હીલને પણ સ્લાઇડલી એ ટિલ્ટ કરશે, એટલે કે સોલિડ એક્સેલ હોય કેની અંદર નોન ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ સસ્પેન્શનની અંદર when one wheel hits a bump in the road, its upward movement causes a slight tilt to the other wheel. ચોખ્ખી જ વસ્તુ છે, એક સોલિડ એક્સેલ છે જેની સાથે મેં મારા બે વ્હીલને જડાવેલા છે, તો એક વ્હીલ સોલિડ એક્સેલથી ઊંચું થશે એટલે બીજા વ્હીલને પણ સ્લાઇટ ટિલ્ટ કરશે, that is final. But if we are using an independent suspension system, then it allows one wheel to move up and down with a minimal effect of the other. આપણે એવું ન કહી શકીએ કે એક wheel ઊંચું થશે ને બીજું થશે જ નહીં, but we can say that it allows one wheel to move up and down with minimal effect to others. એટલે કે ગાડી પછી તમે 100 ની સ્પીડે ઉલાડી હોય તો તારે વ્હીલ ઉલડી જાય. But we can say that the independent suspension system allows one wheel to move up and down with a minimal effect to the others. રાઈટ કે એની અંદર તમે આ ફિગરમાં જોઈ શકો છો કે ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ સસ્પેન્શન હોવાના લીધે એ એક જ વ્હીલને ઇફેક્ટ કરશે, આને એટલી ઇફેક્ટ નહીં કરે અથવા તો મિનિમમ ઇફેક્ટ કરશે. જ્યારે નોન ઇન્ડિપેન્ડન્ટ સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમની અંદર આપણે એક જ સોલિડ એક્સેલનો યુઝ કરતા હોવાથી આ વ્હીલ ઉપર જ્યારે બમ્પ આવશે ઓર પેટર્ન આવશે, પેટર્ન બમ્પ આવશે, ત્યારે આની અંદર પણ થોડી ઇફેક્ટ આવશે. This is the main difference between non-independent rigid suspension. Right? Now you can see the live figure of this non-independent suspension system and independent suspension system. Over here you can see the wheel pushed bump by bump. Over here it is bump. Then in this independent suspension system you can see the minimum effect of the second wheel or second tire in the independent suspension system. So means we can say that other wheel not affected. But over here we are using the solid axle, then we can say that over here bump in the road will come at the time of the vehicle ride. So આપણે એવું કહી શકીએ, we can say that the solid axle will tilt, and that's why that will affect on the other wheel in the non-independent suspension system. And you can see the very much difference of this independent and non-independent suspension system. Now you can see the suspension system spring. Now you can see over here it is a coil spring. The mainly તમને અત્યારના ઓટોમોબાઈલના વ્હીકલના અંદર તમે આ બે ટાઈપની સ્પ્રિંગ વધારે પડતી જોતા હશો. This one is a coil spring and this one is a leaf spring. You can see pink color જે ગુલાબી કલરમાં તમને દેખાય છે આ એ છે leaf spring. એ જ રીતે અહીંયા ગુલાબી કલરમાં દેખાય છે એ છે coil spring. Understand all of you? So it is the important components of a suspension system. We can say this one is a shock absorber. In between this coil spring you can see it. This one is a coil spring, this one is a stabilizer, this one is the upper control arm. 1 minute please. Hey, પ્રોજેક્ટ વાળા સ્ટુડન્ટ ગ્રાઇન્ડિંગ કરે છે સારા ચાલુ લેક્ચરમાં. So you can see the important components of the suspension system. This one is a ball joint. So with the use of that we can easily hold the lower arm, upper arm, wishbone suspension system, upper control arm, shock absorber. You can see that is the difference how we can accommodate the shock absorber in the leaf spring and how we can accommodate the shock absorber in the coil spring, in between coil spring. And over here you can direct see the shock absorber with the wheel hub, right? So rear shackle is also here with the use of the front hanger of the leaf spring is also here. So we can say that coil spring is the most common type of the spring that can found on the modern vehicles. તમે જે અત્યારની લેટેસ્ટ ઓટોમોબાઈલ વ્હીકલ જે છે એની અંદર તમને કોઇલ સ્પ્રિંગ વધારે જોવા મળશે અને લીફ સ્પ્રિંગ જે છે એ તમને હેવી ડ્યુટી ટ્રકની અંદર વધારે જોવા મળશે. So we can say that leaf spring are now limited to the rear of some cars, but in the latest all the vehicles we can see the coil spring as a most common type of spring in the automobile vehicle. These are the different types of springs of the automobile vehicle. First one is a coil spring, as we have already seen in the previous slide. First A is a coil spring, B is a leaf spring, this one is a leaf spring, એ પણ તમે જોયું હશે. C is a air spring, this one is a air spring, and fourth one is a torsional bar, that is like that. So these are the different types of springs that is in our syllabus, and the examination also it may ask, explain different types of springs and uses of the spring. At the time you have to explain it with a figure, and you have to mention all these important things like which type of use in automobile, so which type of spring we are using in the automobile vehicle, and current scenario in the old vehicle, which type of spring we have used in automobile vehicle, and all these things. So these are the types of spring. Now, basic parts of the suspension system that you can see in this figure, that is control arm, bushing that you can see over here. You can see the movement of my mouse. તમે મારા માઉસની મૂવમેન્ટ જોઈ શકો છો ફિગરમાં?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, very good. Okay, so this one
Yes,
is
sir.
okay. Control arm bushing, you can see that. So control arm or movable lever that fastens the steering knuckle to the vehicle's body of the frame. ક્યાં સીધું નકલ થયેલું હોય steering knuckle to the vehicle's body of the frame. This is the important components or basic parts of the suspension system, we can say that. This is with the coil spring, this is a shock absorber, right? A shock absorber is also known as a damper. Remember, યાદ રાખજો, ક્યારેક એવું પણ પૂછી નાખે કે what is damper, તો તમે ડઘાઈ ન જાતા એમ કે આ શું છે ડેમ્પર, આવું તો shock absorber છે એને આપણે ડેમ્પર તરીકે પણ ઓળખીએ છીએ, right? So it is a mountings. This one is a mounting, this is a coil spring, this is a damper or shock absorber, we can say. This one is a axle, this one is a lower arm, this one is a brake disc, this one is a coupler, sorry, brake disc pads, we can say that. This one is a wheel hub, and with the use of this bolt we can easily hold our wheel in the automobile suspension system. So control arm, movable lever that fastens the steering knuckle to the vehicle's body of the frame. In the second figure you can see the steering knuckle. This one is a steering knuckle. So what is the use of the steering knuckle? It provides a spindle of the bearing support for the wheel hub, bearing and wheel assembly. આનું કામ શું છે? તો એ શું પ્રોવાઈડ કરશે? તો કે એ સ્પિન્ડલ અને બેરિંગ ને સપોર્ટ પ્રોવાઈડ કરવાનું કામ કરશે ફોર ધી wheel hub over here, and the bearings and the wheel assembly. This is known as a steering knuckle, and this is known as a kingpin. This is known as a kingpin. I hope all of you listen about the kingpin, right? All of you listen about the kingpin in the wheel alignment portion. So what is the importance of the kingpin inclination in the wheel alignment, that we will see at the time of we will discuss the wheel alignment, right? So these are the basic parts of the suspension system. Now, types of independent suspension system. We have already seen that what are the importance and classifications of the suspension system. In that we have already classified the suspension system into the two main categories, that is rigid suspension system or non-independent suspension system. Second one, that is a independent suspension system. But over here, if we want to classify the independent suspension system, then we can mainly classify into the two different categories, that is McPherson strut suspension system and wishbone type suspension system. Remember, McPherson strut suspension system and wishbone type suspension system. Now you can see the wishbone type suspension system. What is wishbone? That you can see in the figure. This one is a upper wishbone, this one is a upper wishbone, and this one is a lower wishbone. But the suspension must be designed in such a way as to keep the wheel upright for the maximum tire contact or vehicle control, we can say. Tire જે તમારું contact હશે surface, road surface સાથે, એને જ આપણે તો જ આપણે મેન્ટેન કરી શકશું vehicle ઉપરનો control. જ્યારે તમારું ટાયર જે રોડ સરફેસ થી ઉપર નીચે થતું હશે, then we cannot control the vehicle with the use of the steering system, right? તો સસ્પેન્શન મસ્ટ બી ડિઝાઇન્ડ એવી રીતે ડિઝાઇન થવું જોઈએ in such a way that કે જે as to keep the vehicle upright for maximum tire contact or vehicle control and to minimize the tire wear. So as we all know that if there is some error in the suspension system in every or each and every component or any component, then definitely tire wear will increase, right? The upper wishbone is short and lower wishbone is longer. ઉપરનો વિસબોન છે એ તમે જોઈ શકો છો એ શોર્ટ હશે અને લોવર વિસબોન હશે એ લોંગ હશે. So both the wishbones, pivot points and the length are calculated to provide the best operating angle for a given suspension movement. એ વિસબોનનું ઉપર અને નીચેનું એટલે કે both the wishbones એનું pivot point જે છે, this one is a pivot point, એના બેઝ ઉપર કેલ્ક્યુલેટ થતું હોય. લેન્થ આર કેલ્ક્યુલેટ, એની લેન્થ એના બેઝ ઉપર કેલ્ક્યુલેટ થતી હોય to provide the best operating angle for a given suspension movement when we are accelerating the vehicle, when we are braking the vehicle, when we are cornering the vehicle, etc. Right? This is a wishbone suspension system. You can see the advantages and disadvantages of the wishbone suspension system or wishbone type independent suspension system, we can say, because it is a one type of independent suspension system. You can see the applications of the wishbone type independent suspension system. Advantages, if we are discussing about the advantages, the ride quality is very good, so we can feel very comfort ride in the automobile vehicle when we are using wishbone type independent suspension system. Improve the steering preciseness since the wheel movement are not linked. Wheel movement are not linked, then we can say that improve the steering precisionness. This is also important advantage, remember it. And ground clearance also increase in the wishbone type independent suspension system. Now if we are discussing about the disadvantages of this wishbone type independent suspension system, then we can say first, initial cost is more. So if we can see the applications of the SUV cars, then we can say that the initial cost is more, because we know that the market of this automobile vehicle, the SUV car જે છે એ compared to the hatchback, sedans, etc., any price વધારે જ હોવાના લીધે we can write that the initial cost is more. So initial cost is more, like maintenance cost is also more, right? Then component cost is also more, that's why maintenance cost is also more. Required frequent wheel alignment, otherwise increase tire wear. કે એની અંદર વારે વારે લિમિટેડ કિલોમીટરની રેન્જમાં આપણે વ્હીલ અલાઇનમેન્ટ ચેક કરાવવું કમ્પલસરી છે. It is compulsory to check wheel alignment at a period of some kilometer or range, otherwise definitely there will be increase in the tire wear. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the wishbone type independent suspension system. Right? Now you can see the MacPherson strut type suspension system. It is also one type of independent suspension system. So this one is a strut assembly, you can see. There is no wishbone. Over here we are using a strut assembly. This one is a frame. This one is a shock absorber or damper, we can say. This one is a knuckle. This one is a control arm, and this one is a coil spring. Who are coming? Katakpara Akhil. Why you are late, beta? Akhil, why you are late? Lecture પતવા આવ્યું.
સર હમણાં હોસ્પિટલ છું ને એટલે આમથી આમ દોડા દોડી થઈ છે એટલે
અચ્છા એવું.
ટાઈમ મળે મેં કીધું લાવ જોઈન થઈ જાય.
અચ્છા અચ્છા ઓકે કોઈ વાંધો નહીં. So this type of the McPherson stress suspension system, that is also one type of the independent suspension system. But in the McPherson suspension system, we are using a strut assembly, and in the wishbone suspension system, as you saw in the figure in the previous slide, we are using wishbone, upper wishbone and lower wishbone in the suspension system or independent suspension system, and that type of the wishbone suspension system that we are using in the latest SUV cars, right? And this type of McPherson suspension system, it is a very popular and the coefficient from of the all suspension, and it has one control arm and a strut assembly, a coil spring and a shock absorber will normally form part of the strut assembly that you can see in this figure over here. Strut assembly, coil spring, shock absorber, you can see over here. Coil spring may be mounted on the control arm instead of the bearing around the strut. Being around the strut. On this type, the shock absorber connects the knuckle of the frame. You can see over here, this one is a shock absorber and this one is a knuckle. A coil spring may be mounted the control arm instead of the being around the strut, not directly over here, but over here also we can accommodate that coil spring with the use of this control arm. And on this type, the shock absorbers connect with the knuckle to the frame over here. And this type of suspension strut is often also used on the rear suspension system. Rear suspension system. Keep it in your mind. McPherson strut. This type of suspension strut often also used on rear suspension system. You can see the front suspension or McPherson strut suspension system. How car suspension works. Basic McPherson strut design. You can see the shock absorbers and coil spring. You can see the steering link to operate the steer on the automobile vehicle. You can see the car frame and how we can accommodate the McPherson strut at the front. And this one is a lower control arm. This one is a lower control arm. After completion of some kilometers, we have to turn this lower arm because of problem in the bushing. This is lower arm, and this one is directly we can connect it with the car frame. After અમુક સમયાંતરે આપણે આના બુશિંગના પ્રોબ્લેમના લીધે આપણા સસ્પેન્શન સિસ્ટમની અંદર પ્રોબ્લેમ ક્રિએટ થતા હોય, અલગ અલગ ટાઈપના અવાજ ક્રિએટ થતા હોય, એનો પ્રોબ્લેમ આ બુશિંગ હોય છે. અને આ બુશિંગમાં અમુક સમયાંતરે એરર આવવાના લીધે આપણે એનું લોઅર આર્મ ચેન્જ કરવું પડતું હોય છે. આ જ ફિગર તમે અહીંયા જોઈ શકો છો. વ્હીલ હબ, બ્રેક ડિસ્ક, એક્સેલ, frame, lower arm, coil spring and damper or shock absorber, we can say that, right? So this is a front suspension or McPherson strut suspension system. Now you can see the figure. This one is a strut of the McPherson strut suspension. This one is a frame of the automobile car. Control arm, this one is a control arm. And this one is a cradle. This one is a cradle, you can see that. This one is an axle, so we can transmit the power in the front engine, front wheel drive. This one is a coil spring, and this one is a steering knuckle. So the top of the strut is bolted to a reinforced sections of the frame structure of the automobile vehicle, and the lower end of the strut is attached to a steering knuckle. The lower end of the strut over here, it is attached with the steering knuckle over here like that. And the control arm, this one is a control arm, is also attached to the steering knuckle, and the control arms are mounted on a cradle section of the frame or automobile frame, we can say. An anti-roll bar links the two control arms together to reduce the body roll or to reduce the sway. Anti-roll bar links the two control arms, બંને control arms together શું કામે સાથે હોય to reduce the body roll, કે બ્રેક આવવા છતાં પણ તમારી બોડી સ્પીડના લીધે રોલ ના થઈ જાય. That's why we have to set or accommodate that with the control arm, and it is also with the automobile frame. That is the important things. So it's a 10:20. Today is enough. In the next lecture, we will start from the advantages and disadvantages of the McPherson suspension system. So I'm taking your attendance. Please wait 4 minutes. Time 9:35 to 10:25. And stop my recording.